You're listening to Plants and Politics with Gina Bonanno Lemos. If you're ready to hear the truth about both sides of the aisle, what's really going on in America, and how big money interests prevent change to keep you sick, broke, and desperate, then play on. Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. This is Gina. So I have some pretty exciting news about a cancer study or several cancer studies that just came out, actually conducted by quite a few different universities. So scientists at Medical University of South Carolina, University of South Carolina, College of Charleston, a university in Indonesia, and another in Malaysia. So scientists at all of these different universities have found that a sponge found in the water in Indonesia, and I'm going to try to say the name properly. It is a really long one, so I'm sure I'm going to get it wrong, but I believe it's pronounced Acanthostrongylophora ingens. That's my best guess. It is, as I said, a sponge found in the waters of Indonesia, and it produces a chemical called manzamine A. And this chemical comes from a bacteria in the sponge. So what they found in lab tests is that it prevents cancer cells from replicating and multiplying. So it doesn't actually kill the cancer cells, but it prevents it from multiplying. So, which, is a huge problem because cancer cells proliferate quickly, which is how they spread so quickly and, much faster than our healthy cells. So that's why it's hard to get a handle on them. So they found that in these lab tests, they were able to use this manzamine A to inhibit the growth and replication of cervical, prostate, and other cancer cells, according to this report. So cervical cancer, this is a big one. It's the fourth most common in women. And we have roughly 14,000 diagnoses of cervical cancer per year in the United States, and over 4,000 deaths projected in the US, according to the CDC in the year 2020. And prostate cancer is even worse. Prostate cancer, as of 2017, that was the most recent data I could gather from the CDC. But as of 2017, prostate cancer was the second highest cancer diagnosis in the US, and it was the third leading cause of cancer death in the United States as of 2017. So exciting news about this sponge. It does not harm healthy cells, so that's a good thing. Unlike chemo and radiation that just kills off everything, this only attacks the cancer cells. The plan is to conduct clinical trials on patients. So again, this was just done in labs. This was just done in a petri dish on the cancer cells themselves. So they have to do trials on actual patients. They plan to bring in patients who have not had success with chemo, which I have a lot of thoughts on that. If it works, it means that it's even more successful because oftentimes the chemo just makes the cancer stem cells even stronger and more resistant to treatment. They mentioned that this manzamine A also cures malaria. So they weren't real specific. I don't know if that's how they discovered it, but this is really good news. Now, there was a woman, a lecturer and sponge chemical researcher named Nettie Siaha, I believe is how you pronounce her name. And she wasn't part of the study, but they interviewed her, about this finding, and what she cautioned. She said that it was, good news, but she cautioned that heavy metals and other contaminants could bind to manzamine A, which would make it, as she says, more difficult and expensive to extract. So, and the reason for this is that it apparently really soaks up heavy metals and pollution. So, this is the other really exciting news. So, even if this sponge and its extraction cannot be used for cancer, it could be used to improve our environment, because what they found is that this sponge has a high tolerance for polluted water. So it could be used to purify contaminated water, which would be hugely beneficial to our failing ecosystem. Because if our oceans die, guys, we die. Our ecosystem is there for a reason. We're all connected. If the oceans die, we die. So we have to find a way to clean up our oceans and our ecosystem in general. And this could be the way to do it. So good news, if I find anything more about this sponge or this manzamine A, I will definitely let you guys know. But in the meantime, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help me spread the word. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.